Hello students, today we will discuss about the necessity of voltage regulation, that is why regulation is necessary, or why voltage regulators are uh, necessary for the power supplies, and we will discuss about some power supply characteristics, that is load regulation, line regulation, then output impedance, ripple rejection, and overload protection. So first of all, we will discuss about why regulator circuit is necessary in power supplies, or why regulator circuit is included in DC power supplies. So we know that an ordinary power supply consists of only a transformer, a rectifier circuit, and filter circuit. Such power supplies are called as unregulated power supplies. That is, these power supplies are unable to regulate the output voltage. For both conditions, and these conditions are when the input AC line voltage varies, or if there are variations in AC line voltage or AC power line, then its output does not remain constant. That is, it increases or decreases. There are changes in output voltage when AC line fluctuates, or when we connect different values of resistances, load resistances, for example 100 ohm, 200 ohm, 500 ohm, 1000 ohm. So if load resistance at the output of the power supply changes, then uh, its load current also changes. But at this condition, the output should remain constant. Output should remain constant. It is called as a load regulation. So the output, to get the stable output or constant output, regulation is necessary. So voltage regulators are used. The function of voltage regulator is to maintain or to keep the DC output voltage or DC load voltage constant, irrespective of variations in AC line voltage or variations in load current. That is, if load resistance varies, load current also varies. If load resistance decreases, load current increases. If load resistance increases, load current decreases. At this condition also, the output should remain constant. So regulation is necessary because many electronic or digital circuits require regulated power supplies. So voltage regulation is necessary. So voltage regulator circuit is included in DC power supplies after filter circuit. After filter circuit, that is the output of filter circuit is then connected to the input of the regulator circuit. These regulators are of different types. For example, a Zener diode voltage regulator or Zener regulator, then a series transistor regulator, transistorized series regulator, then third IC regulator, 3-pin IC regulators or IC regulators, and SMPS or switching mode power supplies. So these are the regulator circuits. The main function of regulator is to maintain the output voltage constant even if there are variations in AC line voltage or variations in load current. Okay, so this is the necessity of voltage regulation. Then we will see some power supply characteristics. So first is load regulation. So what is meant by load regulation? So load regulation is defined as change in output voltage. Change in output voltage when load current changes from load current changes from minimum to maximum. Minimum to maximum. That is, if load resistance at the output when increase, then load current decreases, or when load resistance decreases, load current increases. At this condition, the output should remain constant. So load regulation is defined as it is the change in regulated output voltage or change in regulated load voltage when load current changes due to change in load resistances. So it is load regulation is defined as change in regulated output voltage, that is delta VO. Delta VO means change in output voltage, change in regulated load voltage or output voltage when load current changes from minimum to maximum. That is when load resistance, initially if the load resistance is high, then load current will be minimum. When load resistance is maximum, then load current will be minimum. When load current is minimum, then load current will be maximum. Okay. So what is meant by VNL? VNL means it is the load voltage or output voltage of regulated power supply when no load is connected. When no load is connected to the output, it is called as VNL. So VNL means it is the load voltage when no load is connected, or it is the load voltage when load current is zero. Because we are not connecting load at the output, therefore load current will be zero. So at a zero load current, uh, the output voltage of the regulator power supply, it is called as VNL. And what is meant by VFL? VFL means it is the load voltage. It is the load voltage when load current is maximum. That is when load resistance is minimum, then load current will be maximum. So load regulation is equal to VNL minus VFL or delta VO. Then what is percentage load regulation? Percentage load regulation is equal to VNL minus VFL divided by VFL into 100. This is the formula to calculate the percentage load regulation. So this percentage load regulation characteristics of the power supply decides the quality of the DC power supply, and it is desirable to for minimum load regulation, minimum percentage load regulation. If percentage load regulation is minimum, then the power supply will be of good quality. The power supply will be of good quality if its percentage load regulation is minimum. Okay, so percentage load regulation is equal to VNL minus VFL divided by VFL into 100. Then second characteristics, line regulation. What is meant by line regulation? So line regulation is defined as the change in regulated load voltage or change in regulated output voltage of the power supply when for the specified change in input voltage. For specified means for specific change in input voltage, and typically plus or minus 10%. If there is 10% change in AC input voltage, at that time it is called as a line regulation. So it is also called as source regulation. So source regulation means VO max minus VO minimum. That is, if the line voltage or AC power line changes for 10%, if there are 10% variations in AC line voltage, then there will be some variations in output voltage. So this difference of maximum output voltage and minimum output voltage, this difference, it is called as source regulation or line regulation. So percentage line regulation is equal to source regulation divided by nominal voltage. Nominal voltage means what is nominal voltage? That is at 230 volt AC input voltage, at 230 volt when input voltage is 230 volt, at that time what is the regulated output voltage of the power supply? It is called as the nominal voltage. When AC line voltage or AC input voltage is 230 volt, then at this condition, what is the DC output voltage of the power supply? It is called as nominal voltage. And what is source regulation? Source regulation means maximum output voltage minus minimum output voltage. That is, when load resistance will be maximum, then also we get maximum output voltage, and minimum means when load resistance is minimum, at that time we get minimum output voltage. Or when AC input voltage is minimum, for example at 240 volt, the output voltage is suppose 5.2 volt, and at 180 volt input AC input voltage, if the output voltage is 5 volt, then source regulation is equal to VO max minus VO minimum. That is 5.2 minus 5. 5.2 minus 5, that is 0.2 volt. This is the change in output voltage. So line regulation is defined as it is the change in regulated output voltage when for the specified change in input voltage, and percentage line regulation is equal to source regulation divided by nominal voltage into 100, and source regulation is equal to VO max minus VO minimum. Okay, then or another formula, delta VO, that is change in output voltage divided by change in input voltage, that is delta VI into 100. Okay, so percentage line regulation is equal to delta VO divided by delta VI into 100. This is another formula to calculate line regulation. Okay, so minimum line regulation is desirable. Okay, and then if line regulation is minimum, then the quality of the power supply is best or of good quality. Then third characteristics, output impedance. So the output impedance of a regulated power supply is very low at low frequencies. At low frequencies, the output impedance of regulated power supply is very low. It is in milliohm. It is in milliohm, and if feedback is used in the power supply, then the output impedance will be very low. Okay, when feedback is used in power supply, then the output impedance becomes low, and this is the formula, that is the output impedance R out at closed loop is equal to R out divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay, then next characteristics, ripple rejection. So what is a ripple rejection? So ripple means it is equivalent to change in AC input voltage. Ripple means it is equivalent to change in change in input voltage or change in AC input voltage. It is equivalent to change in input voltage. So ripple rejection is that is RR. Ripple rejection RR. It is specified in dB, that is decibel. Ripple rejection is ripple rejection is in decibel. Okay, it is specified in decibel RR. That is, if the, for example, RR of 60 dB, RR of 60 dB means the output ripple is 1000 times less than input ripple. RR of 60 dB, RR, that is ripple rejection of 60 dB, RR of 60 dB means the output ripple of the power supply, output ripple is 1000 times smaller, 1000 times smaller than the input voltage. Okay, or if ripple rejection is 40 dB, then the output ripple of the power supply is 100 times smaller than input ripple. Okay. And this regulated power supply reduces the ripple which comes with AC input voltage, which comes with the AC input voltage to the primary of the transformer. Then what is overload protection? Overload protection means uh, overload protections means when there is a short circuit in the uh, in an electronic circuit, then the power supply shows overload. Overload conditions means if there is a short circuit condition, then the power supply is shorted, or there is will be short circuit in and the circuit which is to be tested or which is connected to at the output of the power supply. Then large current flows through the power supply, and some components used in the power supply are heated, or the components used in electronic circuit which is to be tested, these components are heated up and the power supply shows overload. That an indicator LED, overload LED indicates that there is a short circuit in the power supply and it causes damage of the power supply also. So in some power supplies, overload protection circuitry is used. Overload protection circuitry is used to avoid overload. To avoid overload, uh, overload protection is provided, and this circuit is called as current limiting circuit. Due to current limiting, overload is avoided, or overload protection is provided in some regulated power supplies. Okay, so we will stop here.